Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare.
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण dear devotees. So today is Thursday. It is 26th of September. It is Ashwini Masa, Padmanabha Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Navami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnav events in the calendar, so we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Lord Brahma speaking to Narada Muni, so describing different incarnations of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and later on the glories of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and later on, so those glories cannot be even counted by even the Ananta. So Ananta, who is the first incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. नान्तमिदाम्यहम् अमी मुनियोग्रजास्ते मायाबलस्य पुरुषस्य कुतो वराये गायन् गुणान् दशकरणादिदेवः शेषोऽधुनापि समवस्थिति नास्य पारम्. So after saying that, Brahma, so he is mentioning about the devotees of the Supreme Lord. So by the mercy of the Lord, so devotees, they will be able to cross the materialness signs, but not the people who think themselves that they are the body and all the family and everything, home and properties, everything belongs to them. Who thinks that that body is only meant to be eaten by the dogs and jackals. Such kind of people, they cannot cross over the materialness signs. Likewise, Brahma mentioned, Yesham Sayesha Bhagavan Dayed Anantaha Sarvatmana Ashritapado Yedi Nirvilikam Te Dustaramati Taranticha Devamayam Naisha Mamahamidi Dhihi Srugala Bhakshe. And whoever has got the mercy of the Lord, Yesham Sayesha Bhagavan Dayed Anantaha. Dayed, the mercy of the Lord. Whoever has got and by in all means who have surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord, Sarvapuna Ashrita Pado Yedi Nirvilikam, without any pretension. And for them they receive the mercy of the Lord and they will cross this material nescience. Te dustaram atitaranticha devamayam. Devamayam. This is the external energy of the Lord. The living entity in the womb of the mother, he prays that Yatropayatam Upasarpati Devamaya Mityamatirianu Samsuti Chakrametad. As soon as he mentions that Garbhanani Jigamishe Bahiranda Kupe Soham Vasannapi Vibhu Bahudukavasam Garbhanani Jigamishe Bahiranda Kupe Mityamatirianu Samsuti Chakrametad. So he mentions that the living entity in the womb, Devamaya. So it is very difficult. Yatropayatum upasarpati devamayam. If I go outside, this devamaya will catch me. That is the three middle modes of nature. Because of that, and the mithyamatiriyadnu samsanti chakrametat, it will put me into birth, old age, disease. So these are the prayers. So here, Brahma also mentioning about te dustaram aritaranti cha devamayam naisha mamahamiti dhihi swasrugala bhakshe. So after mentioning that about the devotees of the Lord and who are the material concepted people, so Brahma is saying about the surrendered souls to the Supreme Lord. He is mentioning all the devotees, most of the devotees of the Lord who have surrendered themselves either in the past, in the present, or in the future. So Brahma, Narada Muni is asking these questions to Brahma long time ago before Krishna appears. So Here, Brahma is saying that I know a little bit about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and you know little bit of Supreme Personality of Godhead and the Lord Shankara, and also he mentions list of the names like Swayambhu Manu and his wife Satarupa, Uttanapada, Priyavrata, Devhuti, Prasuti, Akuti, ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಬರ್ಹಿ ರುಬು ಅಂಗ ಉತ ಧ್ರುವ ಇಕ್ಷ್ವಾಕು ಐಲ ಮುಚುಕುಂದ ವಿದೇಹಗಾರಿ ರಘು ಅಂಬರೀಷ ಸಗರ ಗಯ ಅಂಡ್ ನಾಹುಷ ಮಾಂಧಾತ್ರ ಅಲರ್ಕ ಶತಧನ್ವ ಅನು ರಂತಿದೇವ ಅಂಡ್ ದೇವವ್ರತ ಬಲಿ ಅಮುತ್ತರಯ ದಿಲೀಪ ಸೌಭರಿ ಉತಂಕ ಶಿವಿ ದೇವಲ ಪಿಪ್ಪಲ and Saraswata, Uddhava, Parashara, Bhurishena, and Vibhishana, Hanuman, Upendratta, and Arjuna, Ashtishena, Vidura, Srutadeva. These are all the different people Brahma is mentioning. Either they are going to be in the present, past, in the future. So likewise, Brahma is saying to Narada Muni, the list of the devotees. So it is not the limited one. There is Adyaha, so many other people are there. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 7, verse number 43 to 40, 45, 43, 44, and 45. वेदाहमङ्गपरमस्य हि योगमायां यूयं भवस्य भगवान् अथ दैत्यवर्यः पत्नी मनोः स च मनुष्य तदात्मजाश्च प्राचीन बर्हिरुभुरङ्गबुत ध्रुवश्यम् इक्ष्वाकुरैलमुचुकुन्दविदेहगादि रघ्वम्बरीशसगरा गयनाहुषाध्याः मान्धात्रलर्कशतधन्वरनुन्ति अन्त्रन्ति देवाः देवव्रतो बलिरमूत्तरयो दिलीपः सौभरी उतङ्कशिबिदेवलपिप्पलादः सारस्वतोद्धव पराशर भूरिशेनः येन्ये विभीषण हनुमाद्भूपेन्द्रदत्तः पार्थाष्टशेन विदुरसुतदेववर्याः वेदाहम् अङ्गपरमस्य हि योगमायां वेदाहं वेद aham. So Veda, so know it. Who know it? Brahma, Aham, the first living being. Aham, I know about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So previously he has mentioned that it is not possible for anyone to count the qualities of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But who have surrendered themselves, they will know little bit. Out of those people who knows the little bit, they are the Vedaham, starting from Brahma, Anga. So, O Narada Muni, Anga, Vedaham Anga, Paramasya Yogamayam, Paramasya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He Yogamayam, certainly Yogamayam, that Lord's potency. And who knows that? Veda, who knows that? Yoyam, apart from me, Yoyam, yourself, Bhavasya, and that is Lord Shiva, Bhavasya, and who is Bhagavan, the Supreme. Bhagavan is the great demigod. He is also called Mahadeva, the great demigod. Bhavasya Bhagavan, Ata Daityavaryaha. After that, also Daityavaryaha, Prahlad Maharaj. He is the great among the Daityas, from the dynasty of the Diti Mata's children. Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha, they are all called, who are born from the Diti, they are called Daityas, Daityavaryaha. So Prahlad Maharaj is the Daityavarya, he is the greatest of all the family of Diti. So Prahlad Maharaj, the great devotee of the Lord, born in the family of an atheist. Daityavaryaha. Patni Manoho, Sacha Manushya Tadatmajasha. Patni Manoho, Patni, that is the wife of Manu. This is the Swayambhu Manu, that is Satarupa. Patni Manoho, Sacha Manushya. and also Manu, this is the Swayambhu Manu, and Tadatmajasha and the children of the Swayambhu Manu. Who are the children? Uttanapada, Priyavrata, Devhuti, Akuti, Prasuti. Three daughters and two sons. They are the Tadatmajasha, Swayambhu Manu's children. And then Prachina Barhi, and then Rubu, Anga. So Anga Maharaj is his child is the Vena, and Vena's from whom from Vena's dead body the Prud Maharaj appeared. So that Anga is here. Rubu, Anga, Vuta, and then even Druvasha, Dhruv Maharaj. Druvasha, Ikshwaku. So Ikshwaku is the son of Ikshwaku. Uh, he is coming from the Sun dynasty. Ikshwaku, Aila Rishi, Muchukunda, and we know this Muchukunda, so who has burnt the Kalayavana in the pastime of Krishna. So, and then he was liberated later on. And Videha Maharaja Janaka, the Sita Mata's father, and Gadhi. Gadhi is the Gadhi. He has got two children. One is Satyavati, and another one is the this Vishwamitra. So that Gadhi and Raghu, and Raghu, who is the greatest king again. So in the dynasty of Lord Ramachandra, Ambarish Maharaj is also coming from the same Ikshwaku dynasty. And then Sagara, they're also from the Ikshwaku dynasty only. Gaya, and then Nahusha. Nahusha comes from in the dynasty of the Bharata, when Nahusha he was like a big serpent python. So he used to donate so many cows. He became a python later on because of the one of the cow went into another Brahmanas. So that two Brahmanas, they have got a clash. But even for small thing, so he got a python body later on, who entangled this Bhimasena when he was in the forest, and later on Yudhishthira comes, and then Nausha asked so many questions at the time, and then if you answer all these questions, I will leave your brother. So in the same dynasty of the Yudhishthira only, but still he is the great grandfather of great grandfather of Nahusha, Yudhishthira and all. But still he got the Bhimasena with his coils, body coils. Okay, that is that Nahusha and Adyaha and so on. Mandhatra, Mandhatra, and then Bali, Mandhatra, Alarka, and Satadhanu, and then Anu, Rantideva we know. So there are some names. Alarka we also seen Prahalad Bhich. Then this is the Dattatreya also spoke this transcendental knowledge to Alarka. Sastamatirpachyatvam Vrutah Praptu Anusuyya Anvikshim Alarkaya Prahladibhya. Anvikshikim Alarkaya Prahladibhya, which one? That Alarka. So where Dattatreya spoke this transcendental knowledge. That Alarka and Satadhanu, and then Anu, Rantideva, and Rantideva again, once again, so he is again great charity. He has given so much of his food to so many people, even though he was in very hungry state. And his family are so compassionate, and it was a test for the Rantideva. Okay, that Rantideva, and then Devavrata, this is the Bhishma, and then Bali Chakravarti, and Amurtayaha, Amuttaraya, and then Dilipa. Dilipa is also coming in the Dilipa and Sagara, so they are all kind of in the one family. And Saubhari appears in the Krishna's pastimes, and there is a pastime with Garuda and Saubhari and a fish. And later on, he goes to the king, and then he married the daughters of king, and then he entered into the family life with around 50 wives. And then later on, he realized that his position and he is wasting all of his time, and then comes back again to the forest to meditate himself. So that's Saubhari, and then Butanka, and then Shibi. Shibi is the king and who has cut his body to the eagle when the eagle was chasing the pigeon for its food. But the Shibi, he has protected that pigeon, and then he has cut the flesh from his body and gave to the that eagle. So that's Shibi. But this is again a test to the Shibi king about his the Vrata. Whoever comes to his protection to protect them, that is his nature. This is again the Satyavrata Palana, the Satyanista, following the truthfulness all the time. And then Devala. So Devala is the one brother of Daumya Rishi, who Daumya is the priest of the Pandavas, that Devala. Some or sometimes we also call Asita Devala, Prabhupada mentioned in the purport, Asita Devala, and then Pippalada and Saraswata, Uddhava being a friend of Krishna and who is always with Krishna, accompanying Krishna, minister of Krishna, that Uddhava, and who is most dear to Krishna. So uh, he mentions, I do not like better than you, I do not like Brahma, Atma Yoni, even the Bhavasya and Ananta, goddess of fortune, even myself. So he mentions, Uddhava, I like you the most. So likewise, more than my life. That Uddhava. And Parashara is the father of Vyasadeva and grandson of uh, Vasistha Muni. So Vasistha Muni and his son is Shakti Muni. Shakti Muni's son is the Parashara. And he also performs some great sacrifice to kill all the demonic race. So later on, because some of the people they killed Shakti Rishi. So that's why Parashara wanted to revenge. And then he was performing, but he stopped that on the instruction of the great authorities, that Parashara Muni, who is the father of Vyasadeva, and Bhurishena, and then Ye Anya. So, and those who others are Vibhishana, is the brother of Ravanasura, younger brother of Ravanasura, and then Hanumat, this is Hanuman, and Upendra Datta, this is the Sukadeva Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva, and Partha, this is Arjuna, and Aristashena, and then Vidura, and Shrutadeva. So Shrutadeva, we also see this a Brahmana in the kingdom of there is I don't remember that king name. Bahulasva, and then Shrutadeva, they are in one kingdom. So when Krishna was, they are both are desiring to see Krishna. So at the time, Krishna, along with all the great sages, so he goes and then going there, he expands himself, all the complete batch, entire rishis. One batch goes to Krishna along with the rishis. He enter into the Bahulasvas, the kingdom, and then Krishna and all the same sages in the another uh, expansion goes to Sritadeva. That way, Sritadeva was shown so much of mercy by the Lord. And he is a poor Brahmana. And Variyaha, these are the foremost of the devotees of the Lord who have surrendered themselves unto the Lord. So likewise, Brahma is saying. So these are the names have been appeared here up to the Sritadeva. And these are all, it would have appeared in the past or present or in the future when the Narada Muni is inquiring from Brahma. So that is from Vedahamanga Paramasya Yogamayam Yuyam Bhavasya Bhagavanata Daityavaryaha Patni Manoho Sacha Manusha Tadatmajasha Prachina Barihirubranga Utadruvasha Ikshwa Kuraila Muchukunda Videhagadi Raghvambarisha Sagara Gayana Aukradhyaha. मान्धात्र अलर्क सिरधनु अनु रन्तिदेवाः देवऋतु बलि रमोत्तरयो दिलीपः सौभरि उतङ्क शिबि देवल पिप्पलादः सारस्वत उद्धव पराशर भूरिसेनाः ये अन्ये विभीषण हनुमान् उपेन्द्रदत्तः पार्थाष्टसेन विदुर सुतदेववर्याः. The translation for this verse: O Narada, all the potencies of the Lord are unknowable and immeasurable. Still, because we are all surrendered souls, we know how He acts through Yogamaya potencies. And similarly, the potencies of the Lord are also known to the all-powerful Shiva, the great king of the atheists and the great king of the atheistic family, namely Prahalad Maharaja, and Swayambhumanu, his wife Shatarupa, his sons and daughters like Priyavrata, Uttanapada, Akuti, Devhuti, and Prasuti, Prachina Barhi, Rubu, Anga, the father of Vena, and Maharaja Dhruva, Ikshvaku, Aila, Muchukunda, Maharaja Janaka, Ghadi, Raghu, Ambaresha, Sagara, Gaya, Nahusha, Mandhata, Alarka, Satadanva, Anu, Rantideva, Bhishma, Bali, Amuttaraya, Dilipa, Saubhari, Butanka, Shibi, Devala, Pippalada, Saraswata, Uddhava, Parashara, Bhurishena, Vibhishana, Hanuman, Sukadev Goswami, Arjuna, Arstishena, Vidura, Sutadeva, etc. And purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request any unallocated devotees to read this purport, please? Jyohne Kanya Mataji, would you like to read?
Krishna, yes, I have a go. Haribol. All the great devotees of the Lord, as mentioned above, who flourished in the past and present, and all the devotees of the Lord who will come in the future, are aware of the different potencies of the Lord, along with the potency of his name, quality, pastimes, entourage, personality, etc. And how do they know? Certainly, it is not by mental speculation, nor by any attempt by dint of limited instruments of knowledge. By the limited instruments of knowledge, either the senses or the material instruments like microscopes and telescopes, one cannot even fully know the Lord's material potencies, which are manifested before our eyes. For example, there are many millions and millions of planets far, far beyond the scientist's calculation, but these are only the manifestations of the Lord's material energy. What can the scientists hope to know of the spiritual potency of the Lord by such material efforts? Mental speculations by adding some dozens of ifs and maybes cannot aid the advancement of knowledge, or on the contrary, such mental speculations will only end in despair by dismissing the cause and the case abruptly and declaring the non existence of God. The sane person, therefore, ceases to speculate on subjects beyond the jurisdiction of the tiny brain. And as a matter of course, he tries to learn to surrender unto the Supreme Lord, who alone can lead one to the platform of real knowledge. In the Upanishads, it is clearly said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead can never be known simply by working very hard and taxing the good brain, nor can he be known simply by mental speculation and jugglery of words. The Lord is knowable only by one who is surrendered soul. Herein, Brahmaji, the greatest of all material living beings, acknowledges this truth. Therefore, the fruitless spoiling of energy by pursuing the path of experimental knowledge must be given up. One should gain knowledge by surrendering unto the Lord and by acknowledging the authority of the persons mentioned herein. The Lord is unlimited, and by the grace of the Yoga Maya, helps the surrendered soul to know Him proportionately with the advance of one's surrender. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So here, Prabhupada is explaining about the souls who are surrendered unto the lotus feet of the Lord. They only can know all Lord's qualities, pastimes, entourage, personality. It is not by any mental speculation. So this is tato dussangam usurja sattu sajjet buddhiman santa evasa chindanti Monovyasanga mukti bihi. Monovyasanga mukti bihi. So relief from all kinds of mental speculations. Dussangam utsrujya. Tada dussangam utsrujya. That is relieving all the bad association. Sattu sajjeta buddhiman. And associate with the devotees of the Lord. Santa eva chintanti. Manovyasanga mukti bihi, and cutting all these kinds of mental speculations, then one will become a pure devotee of the Lord by associating satam prasangan mamavir samvido bhavanti hrutkana rasayana kataha tajjoshanad asu apargavatmani shraddha ratihi bhakti anukramishyati. So that way one will come and attain the supreme perfection of the devotional life. And then that is also Latin Prabhupada is mentioning. This is the same person therefore ceases to speculate on subjects beyond the jurisdiction of his tiny brain. So, but here devotee who surrenders, that is the only path. First, once we surrender ourselves, then things will be very clear to see and understand. If we do not surrender, then everything is like a cloudy. We cannot understand what is happening in and around. And I wanted to do this by my personal endeavors. That way, one cannot achieve. So once we surrender unto the Lord, then we see everything perfectly. And here, how do we understand his? One has to surrender. Sevonmukehi jihvadu swayameva spurtyadaha. So that is Atah Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyaihi. One cannot understand Krishna's name, form, and qualities. Atah Sri Krishna Namadi na bhavet, they cannot be understandable. Grahyam indriyaihi, by the senses, material senses. Sevanmukaihi jihvadu swayameva sprutyadaha. When we engage those senses in the service of the Lord, then one can Lord will reveal himself to the devotee. Swayameva sprutyadaha. So that is, but initially what we need is completely a clear, plain, simple mind, simple living and high thinking. Then one will completely understand the Lord's potencies and his name and everything. So this is by the grace of Yoga Maya, help the surrendered soul to know him proportionately with the advance of one's surrender. So this is again a beautiful purport. So that is Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Saranam Raja. So this is the last statement of Krishna to Arjuna. But he has given all the knowledge, but at the end he asked Arjuna just give up all these things and just simply surrender. Once we surrender, then we engage ourselves in the beautiful kirtana, and then entering and hearing Krishna Katha, Bhagavad Katha, and pastimes. Then one will relish the life very happily. Okay, so that is Prabhupada is explaining. Otherwise, it is not possible for other people to come to participate in the Sankirtan Yajna. It is not that much easy by personal endeavor. Sankirtan is a very beautiful part. Anyone can relate, but people they do not take, though they understand some kind of the shyness. Some way or other, it will come as a obstacle. But when whoever is surrendered themselves, they do not think about the outside people. They completely uh, engage here and relish the life. Okay, likewise, Prabhupada is explaining here, and Brahma is saying that the list of those devotees who have been like that in the past and present and future. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Vedahamanga paramasti yogamayam yoyam bhavasya bhagavanata daityavaryaha patni manoho sacha manushya tadatmajasha prachina barhi ruburanga uta druvasha इक्ष्वाकुरैल मुचुकुंद विदेहगादि रघ्वंबरीश सगरा गयनाकुशाद्याः मान्धात्रलर्कसिधनु अनुरन्ति देवाः देवव्रतो बलिरमूर्तरयोः दिलीपः सौभरि उतङ्कसिबि देवल पिप्पलादः सारस्वत उद्धव पराशर भूरिशेनाः ये अन्य विभीषण हनुमान् उपेन्द्रदत्तः पार्थातिशेन विदुर श्रुतदेववर्याः. So these are the list of the devotees of the Lord. Okay, we shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today's letter to Hayagriva, April 18th, 1970. And can I request any other devotees to read this small letter, please?
I will get to.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
My dear Hayagriva, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge the receipt of a letter on the 10th instant, and the contents are very much encouraging. So what you are now doing on the Bhagavad Gita manuscript is all right. Do it nicely. I have got the second part of Krishna also. I want to send it to you. So when you are free, let me know. I will send it. Regarding the editing process, I'm glad to know that they are improving and doing nicely. But finally, you should see each manuscript before printing. That should be the arrangement. Regarding large deities, I'm arranging for them to be sent from India already. They will be just to the standard of our London deities. And if you can arrange for a contribution to my book fund of not less than $400, I will have one pair sent to be delivered to New Brindavan. They will be carefully packed in a first-class crate and insured, so do not worry about that. I'm carrying on the complete negotiation from here. So Kirtanananda Maharaj is planning to come here for some days, and you may also come with him, and then we can go together to New Brindavan. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Swami Srila Prabhupada. Jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Take your point, Prabhuji.
Take your points is like Prabhupada is instructing his disciples what to do, and as always, Prabhupada guide them very nicely that they all be engaged in Krishna consciousness, and then do it as nice as possible, as great as good as possible, so that Krishna will be pleased. So here also Prabhupada is instructing his disciple Hayagriva to work on this Bhagavad Gita manuscript. And so he's just encouraging them that you're nicely, and then try to do it better. And also he wants to give more service to them, that they can learn and do better day by day. So he's also training the devotees in all the aspects of book printing and binding and editing and manuscript proofreading and everything. So that's one of the instructions. Second is Prabhupada also arranging to establish his the Krishna consciousness movement over the West. He's arranging a lot of get some deities from India that can be installed in different parts of the America and entire world. So here Prabhupada is arranging the deities to come to New Vrindavan, so that Prabhupada always in his consciousness that we have to bring the movement as wide as possible. So that's my understanding, Prabhupada.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Very nicely explained.
Thank you, Prabhupada.
Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Any reflections? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Okay, from the updates perspective, so today evening we have got Krishna Katha, Krishna book reading at 8 o'clock with Shyamagurivada Prabhuji and Ramnatha Prabhuji. Okay, that is our upcoming event, and coming Saturday, we will have Chaitanya Charitamrita session at 7 p.m. Okay, those are upcoming events. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो
Namo
नमः।
Namaha.
अनन्तकोटिवैष्णवेभ्यो
Ki jai.
जलप्रभुपाद की
Prabhupada ki jai.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री
Namo
राधा
Sarada
श्रीवासादि
Maharaj
गौरव